Hello everyone, it's Dale here. Welcome to the new video from the Trade of the Week series. The goal of this series is to simply show you how I trade using the principles which I teach you in all my videos, and I want to walk you through a trade from A to Z so you can see how I apply everything that I teach you in live trading with my own trades. So today what I want to show you is a trade which I took on the ES last week. And the reason why I want to show you this is because this is based on my favorite trading setup. So let's check it out. What you see before you, this is a 30-minute chart of the ES, and the setup goes like this. First, there needs to be an opening gap. It's not too common on forex and on indices, but sometimes there is an opening gap, like for example this one. This was from Friday to Monday. So there was this opening gap, and that's requirement number one. Requirement number two is that there needs to be a heavy volume zone behind the gap. You need to use the volume profile to identify the heavy volume zone, and in here you can see that it stands very nicely out. This is the heavy volume zone behind the gap, right? So those are the two requirements, and then you trade from the level which is right here. This is where the gap opened, the start of the gap, and also the beginning of the heavy volume zone, right? So this is where you place the trade, and once you have that level, then you wait for a pullback. The price very often fills the gap very soon after the gap formed, and in this case this was on Tuesday. So the next day after the gap formed, it gets filled. So you want to see the gap filled like this, and then the price hits the beginning of the heavy volume zone. That's your long trade entry. And you go long from there. That's how you trade this setup, right? You can trade this on currencies as well as on indices. It has a very high win rate. The downside is that there is not an opening gap every day, right? So you simply need to wait for this setup to form. But when it forms, I really like to trade this because the win rate is very, very high. So this was the long that I took from here. And let me now show you the take profit and stop loss placement, all right? Let's start with the stop loss placement. I like to place my stop loss behind barrier. The barrier is heavy volume zone. So it is this heavy volume zone, and the stop loss goes behind it, behind that barrier, right? So this is the stop, right? So stop loss goes behind a barrier. Take profit goes before a barrier. You need to look for it around the place where the price is reaching towards your level. So you want to use the volume profile around this place where the price is reaching your level and identify the barrier there. As you can see in this case, it is very nicely visible. There is this heavy volume zone representing a barrier. So that's your take profit, right? Because the barrier could cause the price to react there and to turn against you, which obviously when you are in a long trade, you don't want a barrier standing in your way like this. So that's why you want to quit your trade in here. So this is how the trade went. By the way, I publish all those levels that I'm trading for members of our trading course. Let me show you real quick. This is our back end. This is where I post my levels. This is that table from that day. This is the level on the ES. 6606 long, right? So that's the level published for the members, so everybody could have traded that one alongside me. If you want to join us, you are very welcome to do so. Just go to the website traderdale.com and click this button, Trading Course and Tools. And in here, scroll down a bit and you can get one of my packs. There's the volume profile pack, order flow pack, VWAP pack, smart money pack. You can get them separately in here, or scroll down a bit and get all of them together for one discounted price. All the 4 packs together. Right now we are running a special Halloween sale, which means you can get this with a huge discount. The end of the sale will be by the end of the month. So that's about it. I hope you guys found the video useful, and I'll be looking forward to seeing you next time, and until then, happy trading!